Another week, another Arkansas football recruiting report. Jacob Morris and Otis Kirk with you, joined by a very special guest this week, running back Tyrell Reed, who committed to the Razorbacks this week. Joins us. Tyrell, thanks so much for taking the time.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Tyrell, just want to start, what went through your head, obviously, when the offer came in from Sam Pitman, and what did it feel like to make the commitment and to sign with the Razorbacks ultimately?
Really, it was just like, I'm ready. Like, as soon as I stepped into his office, I was just like, where's the paper I'm signing? Because when they, like I said, in the past, when they first started recruiting me, I knew I was a Razorback. I was ready for that, just especially just being under recruited through my whole journey. And then, the Razorbacks, Arkansas just taking a chance on me being a JUCO kid. I was just ready. I was just committed. So it felt good.
What stood out to you at first about the coaching staff? You said, you've known you wanted to be a Razorback. What about Coach Pitman, the coaching staff as a whole, made you confident, hey, this is the place for me?
It was on my when Coach Fishback, he's the one who reached out to me. It was him and Coach Petrino. That's the first thing that stood out. Is just he asked me what's my story. I told him my story, and he was like, "Dude, you're a baller. You're a baller. You can come play at Arkansas for the next 3 years." And it was just a lot of just trust and loyalty, especially from Coach Pittman as well. He when I talked to him at the spring game, I had a lot of emotions running through my head. Like, I don't know if they're going to have me come, or they just going to, not just throw me to the side, because like I said in the past, that's what happened to me. Like, especially being here in Kansas, I was always thrown to the side. But Coach Pittman stood on his word. He said, "Just wait on us," and I did. And I got the call on Monday, and now I'm a Razorback. So.
What does it mean to you? You mentioned being under recruited, and I think it's interesting you focus on that loyalty to somebody that's, had your recruitment to go the way it has. For Coach Pittman to stay true, stay loyal to you, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, it really means, like, if it shows that they really care, and like they really love me and they really want me on their team. When I came up on the visit on Thursday, Coach Pittman, he was like, "Hey, me and you have something in common." I started from the bottom as well, coming because he went to Hutchinson. He coached at Hutchinson. So he's like, "Me and you have things in common." I was in your shoes. So that honestly just made me feel like, okay, he got something in common with me. And I was just like, yeah, I got a story to tell as well.
That's awesome. For Razorback fans that aren't familiar with your game on the field, give us sum up to what you bring to the field in terms of what you can do on the offensive side of the football.
I know a lot of fans already know about my elite speed. It's on the tape. A lot of people don't know that I'm really, like, I have strength, so I can really break tackles. It just, my height may be like, oh, he's small, but I can really, like, I'm really a stocky dude, and I can really break tackles, change direction, get to point A to point B in the fastest, quickest time as possible. So, and I also I'm also all purpose. I can go catch kicks and catch out the backfield, and if they need me to block, I'll do that as well, run blocking or pass blocking. So, all purpose when it comes to being a running back.
That's awesome. I'll hop back in at the end, but Otis, I'll turn it over to you right now.
I know your height didn't hurt you with Bobby Petrino, because he had Dennis Johnson, Kobe Smith, his coach, and Michael Smith at Arkansas running back. Those were three of the best running backs he has coached, and they were all your size or your height or smaller. But I don't understand why you were highly recruited out of high school. I know you're 5'9", but I mean, your speed, as you said, is elite. And that's something that you can't coach. You either have it or you don't. And how much does it mean that they stuck with you? And I know you've hit on this a little bit, but junior, with the portal opening and transfer portals now, it's hard for a junior college player or a high school recruit that's not necessarily elite to maybe get a scholarship. But Arkansas stuck with you. Did that part of it stick with you too? I mean, to know the hard work paid off at Hutchinson?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just Arkansas really just sticking with me through the whole process. There's a lot of lonely nights being at JUCO, because before coming to JUCO, I had some looks like Oregon reached out, a lot of schools reached out, but it wasn't really like trying to recruit. Arkansas kept it real and recruited me, and it was a real process. So, just like you said, yeah, just JUCO, being JUCO in the transfer portal, it happened to me during the season as well. Just Nebraska was recruiting me as well, and they went to go get a portal kid. So once Arkansas decided they was going to come get me and just wanted me to come on their team, even though they had already had some transfer portal guys come, and they still came to grab me, it feels good, just like that they want me. So
Did you meet any of the other running backs when you were on your visit, like Rashad or Jaquindon or any of those guys?
On my first visit, actually, yeah, I talked to them because I was in the first day Coach Smith came. I
Yeah.
sat down during my visit, and yeah, I was in there with them. The first thing I said to him, I think I said to Rashad, I was like, I need a playbook. I need a playbook. So he's like, I don't think you can take that. So I couldn't really take the playbook, but yeah, I talked to them here and there. Actually, Jaquindon, he knows a couple of my Hutch players that I play with, my QB and my wide receiver, because they're from that Dallas area. So it's a lot of mutual connection there.
I think Jaquindon actually, after I asked you that, I think he might have been at his graduation at Utah when you were on your official visit, if I'm not mistaken. I know he graduated recently. Your running style is Dennis Johnson part two. I don't even know if you know who Dennis Johnson is or not, but he played here at Arkansas. But I mean, this part two. Just talk about how quickly you feel like you can make an instant impact. I mean, as you said, they've got other running backs, but injuries happen at that position. As you and I talk, nobody's going to carry the ball 50 times anymore. Yeah, those days are long gone. Do you feel like you can make an instant impact?
Yes, sir. Just whatever God has, planned for me, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm confident in me and my bet on myself, just like I can like at JUCO. JUCO, there's a lot of running backs there, and like you said, injuries happen. So um I got my shot. Just whatever opportunity comes with it. I don't care if it's 1 carry a game, 9 carries, or like you said, 50 carries a game. I'm going to try to, do my best to be maximize my opportunity. So yes, sir. I'm really betting on myself there and just learning from those guys that's been there, and just whatever coach puts me in, or special teams, kick return, being in the offense on different plays and stuff like that. I'm just ready for that. So
Tell us about Danny Selig. For anyone who doesn't know, he played with you last year at Hutch, 6'3", 360, something like that, close to that size. I mean, big defensive tackle. He starts his visit here today. We'll leave tomorrow. Tell us about him. I mean, I know he went to BYU, but he got in the transfer portal, and he will be at Arkansas today. May very well be here, but just talk about him as a defensive tackle. And you recruiting him. I know you are, man.
yeah, me and Danny go way back. Danny actually he went to Topeka High. So yeah, me and Danny go way back. He didn't have offers coming out of high school as well. So that really, like, he actually was recruiting me to Hutch a little bit. So I feel like it's my turn, give him a favor, to try to tell him, let's go, let's be a Razorback. So yeah, Danny's an absolute good player and a good leader. Being at Hutch with him, he led the team, just being a great leader. He's also fast off the ball for
Yeah.
his size. He can really move, and I've seen him move around, even though he might have never tackled me or anything, because I get past the line fast. But it's yeah, he's a really good player when it comes to the defensive side of the ball.
Be glad he didn't tackle. That's a big kid, man. I mean, he is big. I saw some video of him when he was tackling those running backs. I actually felt sorry. It made my old bones hurt. He just I think Bubba Craig, Camarion Craig is from up there too, that got offered Friday by Eric Mateo, 6'7", 325 offensive tackle. What do you know about him?
Bubba, oh, he's huge. Bubba is a big guy. He came in with me to
Mhm.
Hutchinson. I told when I seen him on like Twitter, I knew he was like just by his frame, I knew he was a power five caliber O lineman. I told him I'm like, just be patient. He actually sat behind one of our highly recruited O linemen. He's at Mizzou now, Javen Richardson. So he learned from him. So I feel like, yeah, Bubba can definitely play at the level, and just we're gonna see how that goes. But hopefully he's a Razorback at the end.
Arkansas may be the Arkansas Hutchinson
Yeah.
Razorbacks next year, you know. uh, just you know, uh, you're from, you know, Topeka there. Is Arkansas a good distance from home? I mean, it's close enough that you can get home if you need to, but just you're getting away to go to college. Is Fayetteville a pretty good distance? I mean, the right distance from Topeka for you?
So I'm in Lawrence. I'm in Lawrence now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but uh from Lawrence, yeah, it's right in the backyard. So
Yeah.
it's a good distance. So like it's not too far, not too close. So that's why I like it. Just the distance from it. If family want to come to the game, they can travel. If if family want to live there, they could. So yeah, it's a really good situation.
Yeah. Just you you know, you get on campus. When are you going to report to Arkansas? Will it be late May, early June?
Late May.
Late May. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have something else, Jacob?
Yeah, I'll hop back in. I was just going to follow up on what he mentioned about distance from Lawrence. What does it mean to be able to have family? I know you said it's not too far, not too close, but to be able to have family those close to you make the trip down to potentially watch you at the SEC level. What does that mean?
That feels great because like even at Hutchinson, my family like the support is like real. So they love to be at the game. They love to support wherever I'm going. I have like I have a big family, so they're gonna be in that red and white every game. They're gonna try to come to every game, even if it's farther, even if it's at Arkansas. They're gonna be there in the stands. So it feels good for my family to just to be there. So and it also gives me like just a breather because my family's there. Now I can just really play at that high level because my family's there. I can feel comfortable quick and just do what I love.
What was their reaction when you told them, hey, I got an SEC offer and I'm going to be an Arkansas Razorback here coming up?
My mom, my mom's not the type to really jump up and down. We're really about just keeping the main goal, just really trying to get to that level and everything. Everybody was just excited for me, especially on the visit. They really love the visit, just how the Arkansas staff just showed them love as well, just like a family. So it was just a good time up there. So once they seen it, they really loved it, and it was great.
I'm curious, playing at Hutchinson with so many players, making the jump to the D1 level, where did you see your game grow the most your year there? Being around so many people, so many like-minded players, how did you grow as a running back at Hutchinson?
I grew tremendously. Like my position coach, he really taught me some things that I didn't know before. So um really just being more of a running back, because like during high school it was just get the ball and go, but when I got to Hutchinson I started learning different schemes, different how to run how the blocking is, what the receivers do. My coach, he really taught us different concepts and everything, like passing concepts, run concepts, how the defense is just set up, the schemes, what the defense does. He really taught me everything I can do as a running back, just vision, just a lot of stuff. So I'm really grateful for that, and the players too as well. Being around a lot of players that's going to that level, or former players that are at that level that came to Hutch, they really taught me some things. They really just gave me some pointers before I got to that level. I was always curious about it. Even before I had these offers, I was just like, how's that D1 level? Like, how's that the speed? How's the speed of the game? They told me stuff like that. They told me just how it is up there. So it's really good just having a lot of players just having that D1 background or having players that's in the league as well, because some of them have, teammates, former teammates are in the league, and they get that insight and they give it back to me. So that's really good for me and just everybody that's around me, helping me.
Awesome. Otis, anything else before we go?
Well, just do you feel like that your success and now getting to go to Arkansas and then Danny, and then you said one of the offensive tackles went to Missouri. Do you feel like that's an inspiration for the kids behind you guys at Hutchinson, that they can look at you three and probably others and say, hey, they made it to the SEC. I can do it too, even though it's hard work and it's a long journey. But you feel like you gave some inspiration to other kids on the Hutchinson team to work and it pays off?
Yes, sir, absolutely. I even gave some inspiration to recruits that are coming in. I had a couple parents reach out to me, just how's Hutch like? How's the recruiting for you? Are you leaving? Are you going? Just a lot of kids just looking up to me, and I feel like just for Kansas kids as well as the JUCO kids is like, just bet on yourself. Just that's what I always did. Just bet on myself. Just stay down. Not a lot of talking. Just action. And it wasn't always about proving everybody wrong or anything. I just stayed to myself and just grinded and just trust the process. Being patient is another key. Just staying patient, because if you're not patient, then you never know what's going to happen. Like I could have left after the season in the winter, but I decided to come back to Hutchinson during the spring, and that's when Arkansas had found me. So just being patient was also a thing that really like helped me during my JUCO season. That really just made me just stay down and grind during the season. So patience and a lot of things like that just really can help.
Tell you what, Arkansas fans, you're gonna love this guy. He is first class all the way. I think the world of Tyrell, and he's very straightforward and very responsible. He always texts me back or call me, and he's been great. And you're gonna love this guy. He's gonna really help the Razorbacks. They got better Friday, or when you signed, they got better. I can assure the fans of that. And I appreciate your time, man.
Yes, sir, for sure.